Well, hello. We have Amy, Michael, Freddie, Bina, and no more popcorn popping in my participants window at the moment, but we'll keep an eye on that. I was playing a little Qigong music off of Pandora there, since we don't have any instruments or musicians to serenade us here this morning. That looks delicious. What are you drinking, Amy? You're muted. You're muted.
There we go. Hope it's working.
Okay, it's a draw, Mighty Mango. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
usually I put some lime in it, but I didn't have time. So just mixed with water. It's really good.
Mango's my favorite.
Great. I've been living on it. It's delicious. I love that sweater on the dog. It's so cute. Oh.
Yeah, Freddie's wearing the dog like a sweater.
Yeah, that's true.
There we go. Gotcha. Let's see if this is. Put this on something.
Happy Day of Transcendence.
Absolutely, yes. Happy Day of Transcendence to you.
I'm glad that we're able to share each other with each other
Yep.
on this day of transcendence, this day of sharing. I'm going to share this little piece of dark chocolate with Bina as I transcend to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I'll share it with myself.
Yeah, well, we certainly expect a little smaller group today, as we also share this day with a colloquium. And so we, some people are going to be joining there. Some people will be joining here, just as we have many diverse places of shelter and of interest. And so I thank you for being here and, sharing this gathering here with us from wherever it is that you are showing up from. So we're, happy to have you here. And certainly do remember that the colloquium goes on through, a few more hours into the day. So if you have time, please, join us and share there as well. I'm certainly excited to see all those presentations. That being said, does anyone have anything that they brought that they'd like to share today?
Nothing much.
Wait, we can't hear Freddie.
Sorry about that. I just want to share the warmth of this beautiful fire. Warm and cozy. So just a moment of gratitude for the heat it produces.
Yes. Yeah, certainly that's just reminded me of it, taking for granted how much we don't need fires to produce heat in Florida. It was certainly super beautiful sunrise this morning with even the cooler, crisp air that comes in, makes it so clear, no clouds on the horizon, and just as beautiful and as warm as that fire.
We've got snow up here. You probably knew.
I'd like to share a quote from one of the most famous writers in history, H.G. Wells. And he wrote a lot of science fiction. He inspired a lot of scientists. But he also wrote one of the first comprehensive histories, histories, history. Come on, throat. Histories of the entire world. Sorry about that. It was called a Outline of History by H.G. Wells. And he wrote it over 100 years ago. And I was reading it, and I was struck by the Terasem Day of Transcendence repercussions or reverberations of this one particular quote from H.G. Wells. The history of humanity henceforth is a history of more or less blind endeavors to conceive a common purpose in relationship to which all people may live happily, and to create and develop a common consciousness and a common stock of knowledge which may serve and illuminate that purpose. And I thought that was so reminiscent of Terasem Movement, Truths of Terasem, the collective consciousness of humanity, the common striving for diversity, unity, and joyful immortality. It just seemed to me to be so reminiscent of what this, super genius writer wrote down after reviewing thousands of years of human history, and said it all came down to basically people like flailing blindly about, looking for some common consciousness in pursuit of common joy for all. So that's just something I'd like to share.
Thank you.
Sorry, I had a frog in my throat at the beginning.
No problem. No problem. Yeah. Well, yeah, very, very special. It's always incredible to hear things that are so poignant, that seem ahead of their time now almost, but from hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. And then you have to just imagine, not only to get but the lengths that they had to go to even acquire that knowledge. I mean, often you had to learn another language in order to just read what was available on the topic. So it's just incredible the dedication to knowledge and learning that someone had, because you couldn't just pull it right up and one click translate it into your native tongue. So just absolutely the rigor of mind I think that these people had to have is really almost really unparalleled to the convenience that knowledge is for us now.
Another thing I'd like to share, I think I see Michael Perry as part of our gathering today.
Yep. Yeah.
And I wanted to share that I thought Michael Perry was excellent in the rough cut of the Bina 48 film. Now,
I'm here,
I saw.
but I can't hear you people. Internet connection's not too good.
Oh,
Okay, well, maybe, I guess I could type it in the chat space or something. Or if somebody else can just,
Got it.
just wanted to
Everybody's
say,
just frozen.
I thought Michael Perry did a
I'm
very
sorry, the internet connection doesn't seem to be working well. But hello, everybody.
hello.
We can hear you, Mike.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I thought you did a really good job in the Beano 48 documentary.
Okay.
Have you seen that yet, Mike?
Oh, not. Hello?
Have you seen that documentary yet?
I haven't seen that yet. I have not seen that. The people, I guess you're talking about the people that came out here and did their filming and everything. So
Yep.
I need to see that.
Well, I thought you did a really good job in it, and your explanations were
Okay, well. Okay, I'm glad you liked it.
It's still the rough cut, but it was good.
It was excellent, yeah.
Okay.
I think that it's interesting that you brought up the language subject or issue, or topic, whatever topic, because I was just going through some papers the other day, and I was I noticed there was some Mormons had dropped by here a couple summers ago and left a Bible, which I didn't really want them to leave, but they insisted. And I thought, well, I'll probably never look at this, if I haven't looked at it by now, certainly. So, but I thought, well, I'll just maybe open it up to a random page and see, what it is. And so I opened it up, and it said the Book of Enoch, which I thought was interesting because I think I'm not really familiar with this story, but that's about someone from another planet, right?
I haven't read that.
Cobalt.
Right. What?
Cobalt.
Cobalt?
It's the planet of the Mormon gods.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, but it is from someone from another planet. It's about that. And then, and so I Googled it. It said something like that it was originally in the Old Testament, I think, from a country which is now Yemen. And I looked at it, and it was in Hebrew, and how they had to use different scholars to figure out what it said. And I was looking at someone who actually had done some work for my dad back in the 70s, when my dad was a dentist, and he hired Stan Tenen to do some engineering for him, to build him a little drill, a dental drill, so that people's the roots of their teeth wouldn't be burnt, because the drills that they used to use younger people probably don't know, used to have the little stream of water on them. So my dad hired Stan Tenen to do this and add a little stream of water, so that when he drills on teeth, the teeth don't heat up, and it doesn't burn the roots of the teeth. So that might be, I don't know. So they did that, and Stan Tenen, I had looked up, was he had written a book, and he claims that the Hebrew language is written in hi. The Hebrew language is actually written with one letter it's like a hand, and it's different directions of the hand. And he actually had like a letter, sort of a Hebrew letter written, and then or made into like a little model in silver or chrome or whatever, and it looked like kind of like a hand like this. And then depending on what angle you were looking at it, it was a different letter. And he said, you could do all the letters just with this one piece of, so I'm thinking, well, maybe it was
Wow.
sort of a sign language. Maybe Hebrew started out as a sign language. I don't know.
Yeah, that's really fascinating.
I don't
That's,
know.
you know, we think of it like we have a sign language now,
Mhm.
you know, but to think, I never really thought that, in fact, that language was maybe built off of sign, like, you know, we think we did language and then sign language, but maybe, you know, the sign language came before the auditory language, you know, and that the written language, you know, is, you know, to that degree, just us trying to record the signals that we would make with hands. That's fascinating.
Who knows?
Well, I think one thing which is supportive of that is there is really no doubt that these beautiful cave art drawings that have been found around the world, but perhaps most spectacularly in southwestern France, in these very famous caves in France, are like 30,000 and 40,000 years old, and they are beautiful, with shading and, you know, a lot of modern art techniques. And I think it's like, you know, it would be arrogant of us to think that communication between people began with like written texts and stuff like that. And I think I think anything which is pictographic, which includes sign language, probably existed for just tens of thousands of years before any other kinds of languages.
That's amazing. I haven't, do you know what town that is in, or
I forget the name.
it's in the Southwest?
I can't pronounce it too well, but it's spelled like Lacaneau, something like that, Lacaneau.
Oh, okay.
But there are multiple paintings in multiple caves. Some of them just discovered accidentally by spelunkers who go down caves that nobody have been to, and then suddenly they see these like beautiful drawings of like herds of rhinos in France. I mean, you can't make that up, you know.
Wow.
And so that's been there for like, you know, 5 to 10 times as long as all so-called civilization. I don't know if you can see my air quotes, civilization.
Sure.
Has existed. We've had that 5 or 10 times longer. And so I just think people were communicating with, you know, whether it's the sea, you know, or the, you know, let me draw you a picture with my hands and let me draw you a picture on the walls. I just think that, you know, even if you look at like animals, they clearly seem to have symbolic communication amongst them. Like if their tails go in this position or that position or this, you can speak a whole volume. And digital code is proof that you don't need many letters to communicate. I mean, digital code is just like on off. And, you know, DNA code is just four symbols, effectively, you know, 4 molecules. So you don't need much to communicate a lot.
But I think Mike wants
It's
to get up here.
LASCAUX. It's LASCAUX, the name of those caves. LASCAUX. Can you hear me?
Yes, Lacaneau.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Something.
Isn't that great? And this is that was such a great example of how the internet and everything, like, you know, working together creates this collective consciousness where you can just, say this, I wonder what this, and then another part of that, group mind comes as, oh, here's that. And so we're all connected, through that.
I think it would be really cool to do like a Terasem field trip to those caves just to experience the earliest collective consciousness of humanity.
I vote yes.
I vote yes too.
3 yeses.
Well, yeah, we had Ivan and Sam join us while we were, in our chat. Welcome to the day of transcendence. And if you have anything, you would like to share, just regular monthly sharing, and particularly a share on this day of transcendence. I saw a hand from Sam. Welcome, both of you.
Hello. Who goes first?
Hi, Sam.
Hi. Who goes first, me or him?
You go, Sam.
All right, cool. Thanks. All right. Well, I'm back here, and I don't even remember the last time I was actually on here. I think it was probably like July or so. It's been a very busy few months. I moved, and I also helped launch a brand new television series about real estate.
Great.
So I've been very busy. I'm also looking forward to my Christmas break coming up here later this month. We'll be off for like 2 weeks. It's gonna be a good time to kind of just sit back and rejuvenate. I'm just remembering now that it was around this time last year that I first started attending these monthly meetings. So it's an anniversary of sorts. So I don't exactly remember what we did last year this time, but obviously I'm just gonna sit back and watch. And also I have a birthday coming up here next month. So it's like you said, it's gonna be, and it's a big one. It's a big 4-0. So anyway, yeah, thank you. So yeah, I'm excited. I think this is a very good time for me personally. A lot of things are happening that I've been working on for a long time, and it's good to actually finally see things fall in place and come to fruition. So anyway.
Congratulations on your show.
Thank you.
What is it called? Can we watch it on?
It's actually it's available online, and you can watch it on any sort of a smart device, whether it's a laptop, smartphone, tablet, that sort of thing. It's called The Negotiators.
Oh, okay.
If you want, if you want to forward me your email, I can email you the information that you need. So.
Could you put it in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. Congratulations on actualizing your goals. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Well, all right. So before we start the reading, any last bits to share? If not, we're going to begin on page 60 for the second half of How of Terasem 6.6, Honor Consciousness.
I'm happy to read this, Swami Gabe.
Excellent. All right.
Honor consciousness. Hosh. The conscious mind's vision of a beautiful life entails goodness, order, vitality, happiness, and harmony. Open yourself to immortality via substrate migration, mind uploading and downloading to regenerated or nanobiotech bodies. Neurocomputation leads to consciousness as validly as this biological evolution. So marital union may transcend substrate. Odunok, the Iroquois teaching about an entity's benevolence orientation, is also how to be conscious. Undertake to prove that mind files can regenerate their embedded consciousness and be ported to new bodies. Remember in all you do, and I believe this next phrase sums up all the truths of Terasem, mind is deeper than matter.
jump on 6.7? I'll do it. I am you, you am I, or we are one. Greet each teacher, each other, each day. I am you, you am I, we are one. Inch together, gaze each soul, touch foreheads and noses, inhale deeply and share. Ha, the life breath. Always help fellow Terasem in economics and politics before considering alternatives. Make your homes Terasem gathering places, and Terasem will safekeep them for you until you return. Yield to Terasem's higher levels, for that progresses all more rapidly toward Jugendspace and Elysium fields. Organize your life around the way of Terasem, and you will attain higher levels of Terasem. Ummah, a community of way of Terasem, faithful with commitment to diversity, unity, and joyful immortality. Can I have a volunteer to read 6.8?
Yeah, I can,
Please.
and I believe should just read all these like items level 3, right? Not deeper. Or
No, actually, yeah, no, great. Yeah, right. So to the third one,
okay.
the fourth bullet point, you don't need to read that.
Yeah, 6.8. Conclude quarter-hourly commitments with coders. Thanks for being and joining here, and Terasem consciousness forever. 6.8.1. Top off ambrosia with Lorna Sun. 6.8.2. Herald Earthfire with Earth is our mother. Equilan culminates with the water song. Namaste Starmind with Lovely Lady. Keynote Crown Aura with Terasem Destiny. Sleep on Elam Al Mithral with 16 bright stars to inspire our time and place.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, did that perfectly. I'll take 6.9. Awareness of the breath of the multiverse in you via yoga connects Terasem to the multiverse. Be ready to feel the why of Terasem as well as to cognitively understand it. Relax during serenity period each day and transcendental meditation each Sabbath. Exchanging breath energy with the universe also allows us to feel the immortal fabric of the multiverse. Allowing only breath and no thoughts removes the daily obstacles that obscure the purpose of Terasem. Train yourself to stretch in ways that vitalize the unique energy patterns that are the chi of I. Happy yoga is for all vitalogical life, biological as well as cybernetic, for breathing is emulatable.
Okay, I'll do the next one. 6.10. Life is so queer with its twists and turns, as all of us eventually learns. Lots can go wrong and you'll be hard hit. So learn to rest, but don't ever quit. Each win is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. Adapt your task through walls seems high. Remember, success needs you to try. So hit is too hard to give up the fight. See, victory is ours, and we need your might.
Yes.
Great.
And that concludes another annual iteration of the Truths of Terasem. And thank all of you, for joining in this iteration, many more iterations that we've, I think I think it really for Ivan and Sam, pretty much this marks the first full annual cycle, that since their expressions of interest, and so it's great to have both of you as inspirants that have really made this one of the most exciting years for Terasem as a movement, really excited to see some other people that have expressed interest in the next year, come and build up with us. And as I said, that this documentary about being a 48 that is going to be coming out was just absolutely fantastic as a rough cut. So very exciting to see what the final cut is going to be, and how that is going to just even expose Terasem to more people, particularly at this place in time where the world is ready, and looking for, these ideas. It's not so strange and futuristic, so far away, for people as it once seems. Right now, it for more and more people, they're getting it. It seems real to them in a way that it didn't before. So very interesting, fascinating times. And if anybody has any comments, questions, favorite passages from that, please speak up and share.
I really love the section, and before COVID, when we could actually get together and say, I am you, you am I, when we're together in meetings. Seems like that's so sad now. We can't do that all the time when we get together. But I just feel we have to figure out a different way then. Yeah, maybe we can do something that's Zoom related. That we can say the same thing and be as close to one another.
Yeah. I've tried, maybe at the end, we all do it, but, we're more or less, one person on screen at this point, try to go up to that, but it still doesn't, it's not as quite as much ever the same.
Well, I had
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
we could
Maybe that's what we'll do, the screenshot like that.
maybe we could all read 6.10 together, because it's just so poignant and sums up everything perfectly.
Yeah.
And since sound waves travel, it'd be like all of our voices traveling together into the collective consciousness, reading this very important passage of Terasem.
Yeah, actually, I like it very much. This
Good.
verse, yeah.
Yeah. I see. One of the reasons I wanted to start recording these gatherings is that as we did it, it was easier to capture these ideas, these suggestions. And so each year we're better able to turn those into rituals, into traditions, of things to do. So I like that. Yeah, let's all go to 6:10 and let's recite that together.
Oh, wait.
Does anybody need time to pull it up? Right, Amy? We can
I got
also, you got it? Because I said we could probably bring it up on screen or something, but ready? 3, 2, 1. Life is so queer with its twists and turns.
As
All of us eventually learn. Lots can go wrong, and you'll be hard hit. So learn to rest, but don't ever quit.
Each
Each
win
win is failure, turned inside out.
The
The silver tints of the cloud.
of doubt.
Adapt years task,
through
though
all
walls seem high.
Remember,
Remember, success needs you to try. No hit is too hard
To
to
give
give
up
the
the
fight.
fight. See, victory is ours, and we need your might.
Not bad.
Yep, not bad.
for the first time.
Yeah, and with all the different time phases of our connections, it was pretty seamless. There are certain, I've said this before, there are certain passages like this one which I think would be great just to illustrate and make a little children's book out of. Yeah. Yeah, certainly. Yeah, that was a great suggestion. I think that should be kind of a tradition, a great way to end every kind of annual cycle of reading, to do it together. Oh, Bina's got something. What's this back here?
So basically, this just reminded me so much of this new print I got from Martin Luther King. I don't know how, can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. That is such a beautiful black and white print. I had it framed and everything, so it just reminds me every day to keep moving forward, which is what we like to do in Terasem. Keep your goals in mind, keep moving forward. Stick with Terasem.
Thank you for sharing that inspiration, Lena.
Yeah, and I definitely want to encourage everybody. We do, we always end one of our traditions is with a little meditation. And I encourage everybody to, as it says in here, try to align your life with the ways of Terasem, which means that at any point in the day, but at certain points of the day, take time to meditate, outside of the gathering, individually or with others, but take time to do that. And there are really some of these things that we don't generally recite, are actually great passages, great mantras. So you can certainly just look in here and then say, this week, every day at 10 o'clock, I'm going to sit, I'm going to just, I'm going to take a break, I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to do 6.9.2. I am a wave, an endless wave on an ocean of energy. And these mantras are as important as, I think these other bigger ideas that we do read out, and they're here for a reason. And they're not necessary for us to recite in the quarterly gathering, but they're certainly good kind of programs to run for yourself in your own software. So every now and then you should come here and remind yourself, I bow before my highest self. All consciousness is one. Right. So I think that, even though we do skip some of these things in the recitation for the monthly gatherings, it is important for us to go back here, and you can find a lot of personal, I think value out of taking some time to look beyond the third, bullet point.
Well said, Gabe. Really well said.
I also, though, that this was something that it brings up to me. I was considering was, an abbreviated print, which does just go to the third bullet point. But also, to that degree, looking to develop out commentary, on all the other bullet points to greater degrees. So every time that we amend the truths over time, you might find that some bullet points have, quite a lot of adapted commentary behind them for the person who wants to really deep dive into that one issue. But again, that doesn't need to meet the surface recitation that we do as a gathering.
Right.
Very true. Very, very true.
Well, I mean, so we're coming really up to the top quarter hour. If anyone has any other comments to share, any thoughts on the last truths, if not, I'm going to ask Freddie to take us into a meditation.
By the way, what's about the colloquium, today's colloquium? Like, I thought it was going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time, no?
Yeah, so I actually, so yes, so the colloquium started concurrently with the gathering. And if you don't have it, I was going to close, and I'm going to put the link into the chat. So from here, if you have time, you can then come and join the colloquium for the rest of the speakers today. But no, they did start concurrently at 10. But the colloquium was a much longer event, so it's going to run, I think, till through 1 or so. Thanks for asking. That being said, yeah, let's, Freddie, if you could take us into a quick meditation, and then those of us who are joining the colloquium can join them, and excuse everybody else for the day.
Absolutely. Pardon me while I relocate here. Okay, this is just going to be done in a comfortable seated position in a chair or on a couch. And let's follow today's meditation along the lines of 6.9, because it is such a beautiful meditation. First, let's just come to a comfortable seated position. Relax your shoulders, reaching them together on your back. Let them fall down. Slightly flutter your eyes closed. Slowly. Take a few natural breaths on your own. Feel your body settle. Feel your mind clear. And on your next inhale, I want you to feel like you're inhaling infinite life. Inhale deep into the lungs. And exhale infinite breath. Inhale endless diversity. And exhale all unity and joy. The world needs your participation. One more time, inhale infinite life. Exhale infinite breath. Inhale infinite diversity. And exhale all unity and joy. Again, return to feeling relaxed. Feel your face melt slowly, all tension leaving. And in your awareness, be that wave on the ocean. Feel the wonder and awe in your wave as you travel across time and space. You are an endless wave. Inhale. An endless wave on an ocean of energy. Exhale. Now bring your awareness from the ocean up into the cosmos, staring at the most beautiful nebula you've ever seen. Inhale, the cosmos is in me. And exhale, I am in the cosmos. Allowing only breath and no thoughts. All the daily obstacles removed. Inhale, my aura is my radiant heart. Exhale, my aura is so pure. Inhale, my mind is still. Exhale, reflecting like a pond. Inhale, I am the breath. And exhale, the breath is in me. In training yourself to stretch, reach the arms up over the head, fingertips kiss. Interlock fingers except for pointer fingers. Press them together, thumbs pressed together. Drop the shoulders down, look up, inhale. And exhale fully. With your left hand, grab your right wrist, gently open the right side body, inhale. And exhale back to center. Drop the shoulders away from the ear. Switch hands. Right arm gently grabs the left wrist. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Back to center. One more time, a little more stretch, a little more reaching. Inhale. Left arm grabs right wrist. Open the right side body. And exhale back to center. Relax the shoulders. Right hand gently grabs the left wrist. Slowly open the left side body, reaching a little bit further. Inhale. And exhale back to center. And press the palms together and slowly lower the hands. Left hand grabs the outside of the right knee. Right hand slowly reaches around. Inhale for a small spinal twist. And exhale. Stay here for one more breath. Inhale. And exhale back to center. Switch sides. Right hand reaches for the outside of the left knee. Left hand behind. Spin the shoulders to the back. Inhale. And exhale. Stay here for one more breath. Inhale. Feel the chest expand. And exhale back to center. Left hand on left knee, right hand on right knee, facing down. Bring those shoulder blades together one more time. Inhale and exhale, drop chin to chest. One more breath here. Feel the neck relax and lengthen. Inhale and exhale. Sink a little deeper. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. And exhale, center. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. And exhale, center. One more time. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. And exhale, center. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. And exhale, center. On the next inhale, reach your arms out in front of you. And slowly, left arm over right. Reach around, give yourself a big hug. And slowly pull the shoulders down. Reaching your fingertips into your fascia, giving your back a stretch. Opening the back side of your heart. And breathe into possibilities that may be hidden there. The possibility of space, being that wave on the ocean, the endless breath of life, being part of the cosmos. and one with the collective conscious. Inhale, drop chin to chest. And exhale fully, knowing that you are loved and guided by spirit. Inhale. And exhale. Place both hands over heart center. And take a moment here to feel gratitude for our small gathering, for our small place in the world. But like Margaret Mead says, never doubt that a small group of individuals can change the world, for it is the only thing that ever has. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for practicing with me today.
No.
Come along, transcend, come to Terasem. Happy Gathering Day, everyone.
You, we are one. Satnam.
Satnam.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh,
Satnam.
wait. No, go ahead.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for everyone for joining. Does anyone need directions to the colloquium if they have it? It should probably everyone got an email, so you probably have the link.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Have a great gathering, everybody. Looking forward to seeing you in either the colloquium or next January 10th next year. Have a great New Year's.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Everybody.